All right, hi guys. So this is a follow-up to the video I made yesterday, and this is just to react to a few comments and some conversations that ensued as a result of that video. So first of all, if you look at this comment here, now that my conversation yesterday or whatever I was saying yesterday was not for couples who are no longer together, because I even used an example of my mom and dad. I said if she was still alive and if they were together, they were still together, so this is not for, because some, if you look at this comment, the person here was saying, some fathers, kind of don't pay much attention to the kids when there's a marital issue. In other words, what I understand by this is probably when the couples are no longer together, so the man does not take care or get involved in the life of the kids. No, that is absolutely not what I'm talking about. So this is for parents. Like if you also watch that video, you will also see hear me say things like they stay together. They would have been probably would have been things that would have caused them to separate, but they stay together. They in a marriage and all, till old age, and when they need themselves the most at old age, then the children are taking the woman away from the man and making the man to stay by himself and all of that. So that aside, all right. Now look at this other comment. You see this other comment here. So in this comment, there's a lot of sense also in this comment. Where the person says something like, because of course the society expects the man to provide, and sometimes men are so carried away with the hustle and with shouldering the responsibility that they don't quote and unquote show up. I understand, and I think that also, I wouldn't absolutely totally blame that on the responsibility to provide, because there are times where you just have to be intentional about showing up. But like a video that was made by Crown Dad, in the past, he said something about, when people think of showing up as just being there during the occasions, but don't pay, don't talk about the person who made sure that the shoe for that child to put on, and the clothes, the child appears nice, the person who provide the clothing and everything to make sure that that child is presentable or come out there exceptional. They only look at show up as the person who is there in the occasion, who came with either brought the child there or is there to watch the child play his or a fourth game or do this activity and all of that. You understand? All of them are important. So I understand that sometimes we the men are always carried away by the responsibility to provide, that we do other things. And again, the children don't really. Some of the children don't even look at and pay attention to the fact that dad is doing all those things for us. And sometimes it's also the fault of the woman, because she does not take the time to make the children understand the sacrifice the father is making. And you know that sometimes because of this whole thing and all this going to work and putting up, committing to the responsibilities and stuff, sometimes not even the school fee, the children, everything that goes to the children's academics and welfare goes through the mom. And the mom, sometimes some mothers present it as if it is coming from them. So the children only see the moment the mothers as the one doing everything, the sacrifice or standing there and providing for them and always being there. Not knowing that it's like you're just seeing the light and hearing the generator steaming. You don't know that there's a fuel that is powering that generator. You understand? So those kind of things also can make, of course, if that is the case, and the man is always away trying to provide and stuff like that, that opportunity to bond with the kids and bond very well is not there. So of course, and if you listen to read the comment very well, the person says something about, so the women, the mothers bond with the children, and that's the reason why the children give those preferential treatment to their mothers, which is understandable as well. So this also, there's a role, that a part that the woman needs to play in making the children understand what the father is also doing. And also somebody also made a statement yesterday about situations where children do something, and when you are away as a father and the mom who was supposed to discipline them will not discipline them, but wait for you to come back and then report the children to you and for you to discipline them. And I think that also builds resentment in the part of the kids as well. They see you as the monster in the house. They see you as the monster in the house, and because they see you as the monster in the house, especially when you go out there to punish those children, because your wife have reported the children to you, but your wife goes behind to now begin to pat the children and say, sorry, it's okay, don't mind daddy. Whether she's doing it playfully or she's doing it or she's serious about it, that registers in the consciousness of the kids. that daddy is the monster, while my mom is the gentle one, while mom is the one that cares, that mom is the one that loves, mom is the one that pampers and stuff like that. So there are a lot of what do you call it? There are a lot of dimensions to look at it. And then someone also mentioned something about how the marriage is, the relationship is, because in some cases, if the woman really loves the man and really want to be there, she will say no. And then even when she got, because someone was also sharing the same experience where their brother, their own mother over, in less than a week, the mother is saying, I want to go back to my husband. Even when they have already prepared a lot of food and stock, pile them up in the freezer to take the man for the duration for the duration of that the husband, the wife will be away. But the wife was the one saying, look, I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back to my husband. Even when the husband was like, look, it's for the benefit of our child. Just stay there and support. He said, no, I want to come back to my husband. You are my responsibility. I'm supposed to be there for you and stuff like that. You understand? I understand there are a lot of dynamics in all of those things. A lot of dynamics. But the children have to do better. The children have to do better. And the funny thing is that for some of these ones that are done out of resentment because of the your father disciplined you, or because your father did not show up when you played your first football game, did not show up when you were in the dancing competition, did not show up in this. Some of these things, especially for the men, for the male child, they come to realize why this is happening when it's already too late. When they have also gotten to that level, and they are now seeing that they're now seeing the same thing, that they're not able to be there every time for their children because they have to do a work to provide. You understand? So I understand a lot of dimensions to this thing, but the children, this does not mean that the children are not causing pains to their parents at old age by taking away one of the partner for whatever reason. There was a story that I saw on Facebook, and I'm sure a lot of you saw it as well, where so if some families who are back in Canada invited their mom over, I think for the mugo of one of their sister who gave birth or something like that, and they were coming to social media to talk about. I don't know how true the story is, but this is a very good example how children are enabling these things. The mother went to Canada to go visit, to go and do mugo, and ended up falling in love with another man. And the children of the woman's husband, that is the children of the woman's husband, they left back in Nigeria, knew about it. They did not try to caution the woman or condemn it. According to them, they said they saw the woman so happy, and she was happy, and all of those things. But they do not know how they will tell their father, which means they have accepted it. For them, it is okay for their mother to leave their father, her husband, who they left back home, to bring a woman for mugo. But the only problem they have now is how they are going to tell their father that his wife, their mother, that they invited over to Canada to come for mugo, has fallen in love with another man, and they are okay with it. Now let's flip that coin. Let's flip it now. Assuming those same children invited their father to Canada, and he fell in love with somebody else, another woman in Canada. Do you think these children, their only problem would have been how to tell their mother? Do you think these children would have supported their father to leave their mother for this newfound love? Because he's happy. But the problem is, I have not seen him so happy in a long time, and I think he deserves to be happy. Could be the same reason, the same excuse they gave for their mother. Do you think they would have supported their father abandoning their mother back home for the man they fell in love with while away to visit the children? So these are the things we are talking about. Society is not fair to the men. There are a lot of things that society tolerates for the female folks. And somebody was asking me if I speak for the men, or if I'm if I'm the feminist. Women say they are feminists. If I'm the male version of the feminist, I am not. And even if I speak for the men, a lot of people speak for the women already. So if I'm one of those few voices that are speaking for the men, then it's not a bad idea. It's not because I am a man, and I will get old, and I have kids, and I wouldn't want to suffer that kind of fate. Even though right now I'm preparing my life, I'm thinking of how I'm going to position myself in a way that, whether or not they look at my way, it's not my business. I'll be able to survive and do comfortably without them. But it's a thing of joy, where say your children love you, they appreciate you, they enjoy your company, and they want to carry you along. And above all, they don't take away your partner and leave you isolated in the cold. Not minding your mental health, that at that age you need your wife, you need someone to always talk to. Especially when they don't make provision, an alternative provision for you. That is what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for watching.